Ghosts on the highway. For many years in England, there have been many reports of ghosts appearing suddenly and without warning in front of people's cars. Often at night, these entities appear and cause cars to come to a screeching halt, and in some cases cause serious car accidents. Other drivers have heard knocking on the car window or doors. Some people have said that they were driving down a quiet and often dark lane when a white figure appeared directly in front of the car, and with no time to react, the vehicle goes straight through the entity, leaving the driver in a state of panic and confusion, questioning their own beliefs and morals. Today I'm going to look at two haunted areas, the Stockbridge Bypass and the A23. Said by some to be the most haunted road in the UK, the Stockbridge Bypass was opened in 1988 to ease traffic congestion in the area. However, there are those who believe that something that should have been left well alone was disturbed during the bypass construction. And that's where I shall begin. On 8th of September 1987, during the bypass construction, a couple of security guards said they experienced numerous encounters of paranormal activity. They said they saw children in old-fashioned clothing dancing in a circle in a field next to the bypass, then disappear before their eyes. Shortly after this, while continuing their patrol, they looked up and saw a human-shaped figure standing on a bridge, looking in their direction. Not sure what to make of this, and still frightened of the children disappearing in front of them just a short time before, one guard remained where he stood to keep watch on the figure, whilst the other drove round to the top of the bridge. Once he arrived on the bridge, he shone his car headlights at the figure and was petrified that the lights just went straight through the figure as if it was not there. Then, witnessed by both guards, the figure faded away. The guards, now in a state of panic, reported their experience to the police. The police agreed to send a two-man police patrol car to the area as the guards were obviously shook up, and to make sure no children were playing around a dangerous construction site. Police Constable Dick Ellis and Special Constable John Beat arrived around midnight and parked their car near the bridge. About 20 minutes later, Ellis turned his head to face his colleague. He saw what he said was a man's torso pressed up against the window. Just after that, the figure then went around the other side of the car and then vanished. The police officers took a few deep breaths, then searched the area, including under the car, but they found nothing. Then they got back into the vehicle, where they continued to hear bangs on the car, whilst the vehicle violently shook. They drove the car a short distance and parked under the bridge, where they radioed for assistance. PC Ellis made an official report about what happened that night. Since that worrying night, there have been many reports of strange goings-on around the Stockbridge Bypass, including multiple people describing a monk that often haunts the bridge. Others have heard bangs in their vehicle, as well as the car being shook. Others have witnessed the children playing in a circle next to the road, or described seeing a black dog run across the road. On New Year's Eve, 1997, a man by the name of Paul Ford, accompanied by his wife, was travelling to Stockbridge when out of the blue a ghostly figure floated in the road directly in Paul's path. He braked as hard as he could, but the car skidded almost into oncoming traffic. Paul was so shaken up that he refused to ever drive that route again. People still report to this day the strange goings-on at the Stockbridge Bypass. Strange encounters on the A23. A married couple by the name of Dave and Joan Wright were on the A23 travelling home to Brighton in late 1976. Their car headlights caught the figure of a man drifting across the road. With almost no time to react, the car and figure made contact, but no collision was felt. This event shook them both, and they turned round and went back up the road to investigate. They parked the vehicle and looked around, but could not see anyone. On the same stretch of road, Mr. Geary and his wife also had an experience, but this time they saw the figure of a woman wearing a white raincoat. The figure walked out directly in front of the car, and the vehicle skidded to a halt. But again, no impact was felt. This couple also looked around but found nothing. The local newspaper, the Evening Argus, has made many articles over the years of these strange encounters, which include people witnessing phantoms, a man in cricketing clothes, a limping blonde, and a figure in a red raincoat. So what do you make of these reports? In the case of the Stockbridge Bypass, I think it's unusual to have so many credible witnesses experience that event. The security guards on the construction site had worked as nightmen for the same company for many years, and they both took their job seriously, and one of the police officers did make an official police report of the incident, so I think there's plenty of valid proof there. We make videos on everything paranormal or unexplained, so please consider liking and subscribing and check out my other videos. Thanks for tuning in.